Don't settle. I was barefoot and pregnant, living in my mother's overcrowded apartment after being kicked out of my apartment. So there I was, pregnant, in my mother's apartment. And it was overcrowded. So I needed somewhere to sleep. I needed somewhere to lay my eggs, rather. It's only a 2-bedroom apartment in which the living room was turned into a room. Is that overcrowded? And I was like, I need to find a place to live. So there I was, 8 months pregnant, walking around Brooklyn in the dark by myself. Late nights, looking at buildings, calling numbers, going to apartments, checking out apartments, seeing if, I can make an appointment. I'll go make an appointment. I'll go check the apartments out. 8 months pregnant now, okay? I didn't have no broker. I was just dry calling all of these numbers that I saw on apartments, calling it up. This is what I mean by don't settle. Do not settle. Do not settle until you get what the fuck you want. Don't settle. It's there. What you want exists. What you want exists. Okay? So I'm walking around pregnant, 8 months, y'all, in cold. My daughter was born January 1st. So imagine, I'm walking around pregnant in November when it's freezing in New York. Walking about Brooklyn, Crown Heights, Bushwick, Flatbush, all over Brooklyn. Trying to find somewhere to live for me and my 2 daughters, and I'm pregnant with one, right? So I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's a state of urgency. Again, I talk about urgency in Moon Magic, my Moon Magic book, which is always and still available, the program fmmagic.com. I talk about urgency, how urgency allows for and it increases your ability to manifest. And I mean urgency, not desperation. There's a difference between urgency and desperation. Urgency is moving out of abundance, knowing that it has to happen now. Desperation is moving out of lack, desiring it to happen now. Okay? So there's a difference. So I'm walking about, I'm literally turning down. I'm days away from having this baby, but I'm literally turning down apartments like, no, I don't want that one. No, I'm not. No, this one's too dark. No, this one's too small. No, this one, the block is too noisy. I'm like, no, I'm going to apartment like, nope. The ceiling's too low. Nope. I don't like low ceilings. I'm tall. I need high ceilings. I don't care if I live in the most hoodest neighborhood. I still need a high ceiling. Okay? So I'm like, nope. I'm going into these apartments like, nope, I don't like this. Nope. This one's all the way up next to a damn train station with a train running all that. Nope. No, this one's kitchen. I don't like it. Nope. Yeah, I was good. Oh, nope, this one's way too small. Nope, I ain't about to be living in no box. I need space. And this is me off of my $30,000 salary. Okay? I'm living off of $30,000 a year at that time. Modeling here and there and doing teaching. And teaching at schools, yes, in NYC. $30,000 to $40,000 a year. Okay, I make that in a week now. So this is me off of that salary. I'm still being choosy. Even though I was broke as hell. Still being choosy. Okay, because I knew, though I couldn't afford it, I know my spirit guides, the gang of ancestors, I know they can. I know somebody about to pull some strings for me. Though my little pregnant, barefoot in the cold behind couldn't afford it, I know somebody was about to pull this string for me because I ain't settling. I'm not settling. I ain't about to be having no baby in no little box. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm sorry. You have to have that type of tenacity when it comes to your goals. You can't settle. You cannot settle when it comes to your goals. So check this out. It got even more complex. I finally found an apartment and I liked it. Okay? It was long, it was big. I still have that apartment in Brooklyn. I just was in there, actually, as a matter of fact, this weekend. in the same room that I had Lotus in. I was staying in that room this weekend as I was in Brooklyn. Okay? Right there in Crown Heights. So I found an apartment. This man, Mr. Brown, he was like, yeah, come check it out, blah, blah. And so I went into the apartment and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. It was spacious. The ceilings were high, you know, and the kitchen was okay, but I was willing to compromise, you know. And I was just like, yes, this is it. This is it. So they took my information. At the time, of course, I needed a guarantor. So I asked my friend, I called her, like, please, can you help me out? She always made good money, one of my friends, right? So I'm like, please, can you help me out? Can you co-sign for me for this apartment? She agreed, right? But then guess what? And I did that night. That night, when I went to check out the apartment, I then called my friend, like, I need a guarantor. And then she agreed that night. I always remember when I had these conversations. I remember I was heading back home from Crown Heights to Flatbush. And I was like on Bedford between like Hawthorne and something over there. I remember calling her at that time right before I got to that supermarket on Prospect. So I know my Brooklynites. I see y'all. So I remember her agreeing, and then I went back, right? And they told me that somebody else was vetting the apartment. So next thing you know, they were like, oh, I couldn't get the apartment anymore. They gave the apartment to somebody else. So I was just disappointed. But guess what, y'all? Guess what? Guess what? I'm apartment hunting again. I'm apartment hunting again, right? Because I was denied that apartment. And I'm just coming from Bushwick, and I end up in that neighborhood again. And something tells me to knock on Mr. Brown's door. Something says, knock on Mr. Brown's door. The man who showed me the apartment, y'all. I'm telling y'all, don't fucking settle. Something told me to knock on Mr. Brown's door. I was denied that apartment. It was already taken. Something said, knock on Mr. Brown's door. I knocked on Mr. Brown's door. He said, guess what? The apartment is available again. Call the landlord up. I ended up getting the apartment, y'all. Don't fucking settle. And stay open. Stay open to spirit. Because they're always guiding you. They're always providing you with information and resources. You're the one who want to believe that you're not supported. You're the one who want to be looking at your broke-ass friends and families who don't want to see you win. Stop studying them. You got a whole gang of spirit guides supporting you, sending you messages. Stay open. What you want exists. So, what are the chances? I go back and Mr. Brown tells me the apartment is available. And I end up getting the apartment. Okay? I get the apartment. I move in December 1st, right? I have my daughter January 1st in that apartment, in that room, with my midwife, Tyoma, and my family.